And then you guys can hear me on YouTube. All right. All right, here we go. It looks like we're live. We got some people in the YouTube chat as well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube live stream. We're kind of getting everything worked out together. We got the YouTube live stream going. We also have a live video going on the Discord. So I'm going to kind of be going back and forth between both to make sure I can see everybody here. Hey, we have Noboru, Jeff Potts, Adele Paoli. I want to make sure I see you guys' names right. Hello to all of you guys. And we have, let's see, in the Discord. I'm not sure if I can see the Discord. I can hear voices. Okay, hopefully you guys can see my screen, shared screen here. Okay, cool. I think everything's set up. I got so many windows open. Okay. Welcome to the live stream. I usually do live streams every Monday where people can watch me sketch or draw manga pages. But today I actually get to share the process of my NFT creation. So I got the okay from everybody on the team. So it's sanctioned. This is a sanctioned live stream. So let's see, I'm gonna get my yeah. This is fun. This is right now. This is the first one that we released to the public, just so everybody kind of gets an idea what they're in for. And kind of threw in the monkey, I think, last minute, right? That the monkey dropped in. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and the YouTube, you can write in comments, type in comments. There's people right now in the chat typing in. So they said the Discord is packed, Jeff Potts says. Oh, that's good. I don't think the people on YouTube can hear you guys talking, though, either. So I don't know if you could do both simultaneously, like have the Discord chat open and the jump into the StreamYard link, and then both could hear. Okay, some of the people in the chat on YouTube said they're in both, so I think they can hear you guys too, but just in case. Oh, okay. Maybe you can't handle both at the same time. Okay. Yeah, you probably need to have it on the computer. Is if do you want to? If you hit, make sure you hit the link for the invite though, and then I can actually add you to the stream. Are you? Are you in the YouTube window or live stream? I mean the StreamYard. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm adding you to the stream. There you go.
There you go.
And if you want your picture,
icon where this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter either way. Let's see if Jay can join in here or not.
As long as
is it?
How's the sound, everybody?
You guys aren't reverbing?
It seems to be okay.
There is an echo.
Probably it's going to be in both. You're going to need to have headset on because it's going to be an echo if not.
Yeah.
Let me see if that's going to work. So do I have an echo right now?
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. So I'll have to mute one or the other right now.
Yeah. Do you have a headset? Earbuds or
No, I don't have a headset.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a lot of people, I guess, who are in both. Oops, sorry about that. Wrong window. I got all these windows open here. Okay, so this right here, I'm just kind of showcasing. This is the one that released. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good idea to ask. What would you guys like me to see me do today on the NFT since I'm working on one? I'll show you right now what I'm working on. So this is the underneath. The StreamYard. Yeah. Yep. And she's got the little bit of an evil grin going. I gave her kind of like that Viking kind of hairstyle. I don't know if it's a mod Viking faux hawk or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I thought, of course, the hairstyles and the face, the eyes, everything would be all mixed matched in the NFT. But I thought I'm kind of playing around with my own version. So that hairstyle would line up with maybe with different eyes or different mouth. You never know. Your version of NFT, but yeah, whatever you guys would like to see, let me know certain attributes you guys would like to see me draw on these characters. Because right now I can actually change the eyes out. So we got the eyes different. These are the eyes from the other NFT that we showcased. Gentler, kinder, and then we got one that's a little more sinister looking, a little more mischievous. Got the angry brows going. Yeah. Yes, I can. Go ahead. Hey, good. Yeah, this is actually just drawn straight in digitally. And I use some Japanese pens that I downloaded for this. I use Clip Studio right now. So I downloaded some pens that actually have a look, so they look more natural. They look kind of like it's scanned in line art. Because I wanted to keep it, when I was doing my comic pages or my manga pages, I wanted to make it look more traditional, I guess. So the lines are a little more rough looking, and when you zoom in, you can tell a little bit more than so when you zoom out. But I wanted kind of the organic look, so that's why I kind of downloaded those. But yeah, it's all digital. Make sure it's more accurate, like everything lines up perfectly. Yeah. I just did everything traditionally for a long time, and then I went digital for a long time. Actually, one of my computers broke down, so I was forced to kind of do the traditional analog just for the time being, and I started falling back in love with doing it. So I stuck to paper and pencil. But then last year or so, I've been doing back to digital again, getting back into that. But I always did digital colors, like you said earlier. You were talking about scanning art in. That's what I would do. I'd scan the line art in and then digitally color. But I like both. Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Here to see. I have. Yeah, it's there's every application or software that you use has different functions. Like there's different ways you could add in the color, and I always try to look for something that's quickest for me because there's always a time crunch on whenever you're working in illustration or comics. So like fill in spaces. A lot of times people will do like tradition. They'll just kind of use a brush or a pen to kind of fill in by hand, like so to speak, But let's see. Say for instance the hair. If I get rid of the hair, boom, you got a nice little bald Lex Luthor type of look. Or is that was that girl from Star Trek, the motion picture, right? Now, if I add in the lines, though, I got the hair. I can Xerox out the color here. I can get it out. Okay, there we go. So now we got, when I do the line art on top, a lot of times I'll do, sometimes I'll do like a blue line look to it. That way I can kind of tell where my underneath the model line art is compared to what's on top when I'm working for the new line. I kind of go back and forth. And then this app Clip, you can actually, it's created for manga and like anime type of art too, animation. So you can click a button, you get blue line pencil, just a click of a button, which is a great feature to have. But you can also do that in other apps. You could, manually maybe change it to blue. But this one's set up that way. And what I do as well is you take a paint bucket tool and you can pick a color, like I say green, and I can create a new layer for this demo here. And I can paint bucket and it'll stick right within that space, right? See a color in the hair like this. It's a little tricky sometimes because it's not perfect. It'll sometimes go outside of where you want it to go. That's why you have to make sure your lines are closed. So if there's openings in lines, it'll just go outside of that. So for instance, if I have, let's see, this one right here sees a little bit of an opening. You can kind of see right here by the hair. If I click it, see how it comes outside of that. So you have to kind of like either just paint bucket it, just like so, and then you can just clean it up with an eraser tool. Or you could just take a paintbrush tool, just kind of finish the color on the color layer you want, and then just paint bucket it. Bucket like that. But then sometimes there's like a little bit of spacing in there, so it's probably better to do it the way I did before with the paint bucket. But yeah, you just drop in. And there's different ways on this app. You can say that when you use the paint bucket, you can set it to referring to other layers, so it respects other layers. So the line art layer is on a different layer. So I can actually make that line art go away, and then you can see this layer here, the color, is on this totally separate layer. But it respects the line art, because since I set the setting that way. So this way I can kind of work pretty quickly, as opposed to just taking a brush and just trying to fill that in all by
like manual, so to speak. So yeah, see how long it would take to do this. And then I can just, oh yeah, and then if I want to, I just go down and I usually go to color adjustment, hue. I can change this color of the hair right here. I can change the hue, and I can also change the saturation. So I can make it less saturated, like more gray, blue hair, slate gray, make it darker. Here's some dark hair. That actually is something I was kind of playing around with too. I was thinking of giving her maybe like some, I can't remember the term of it. My my wife knows the term. It's like where they have like a fade. I've noticed women have their hair dark and then it gradually gets lighter at the ends or vice versa. And I was thinking of maybe doing a little bit of that, some of the hairstyles coming up. But I was thinking of doing that with her, kind of giving her like a different side hair colors or whatever. Oh yeah. And then for coloring, like I also create new layers. So for instance, when I do the flats, then I have a layer for shadowing, shadows. And so I select line art and I have the shadow layer here. And what I'll do is I'll actually go in, and there's different ways of doing this, and it depends on the look. So right now I'm going to kind of do like a manual shadows. So a hand, I'm just going to go in and add this in like this. Put in some shadows. And really you want to think of broad strokes. So you think of like the major dark areas, like big shadowed areas, things kind of work your way towards the smaller areas. To kind of think of like where these drop shadows would be. I think of like her hair's kind of flopping over in the back here, so you can have maybe a little bit of shadow. And actually, I would think I would probably do more of like a kind of a soft fade down, so I can even use the airbrush or gradient tool to kind of give it that look. But I usually do that towards the end. I would probably usually fill this in solid first, and then kind of go in and got a little bit of an echo. I think someone's got to mute their YouTube there. Jiminy. Hey, Jiminy, are you in the Discord or on the... Oh, great. Can we... Okay, cool. Hello. Any questions? Yes. Yeah, that's actually one we were actually talking about working on. So yeah, getting a nice. So I was gonna do some quick reference looking into different types of tattoos. You know, if there's any cool, because in my mind, like I said, this kind of has almost like a Viking look. I don't know if it really technically is, but it conjures up that image in my head. So I was thinking of something like that, like something along the sides of her face. Let's see. Go to. Yeah, if I go to like a darker color here, and I get rid of the mascara. Yeah, I was trying to think of something like, since it's Dragon Guild, right? I was trying to think of something like a dragon or something. So I have to play around with iconic type of imagery, you know? And that's the tricky thing too. Yeah. Oh, some what? Oh, runes? Yeah. Yes, yeah, like the Viking runes they have. I'd have to look those up since I don't know any. But yeah, I know what you mean. There's some type of runes that kind of shapes on the sides, maybe on the cheekbone. Yeah, I'll have to look up some. Maybe even some like elfish, was it elfin or elfish writing text? That'd be kind of cool too, right? Especially if I add in the elf ears on some of these. But yeah, tattoos definitely. I'm gonna definitely play up with that one. That's I
I'm tackling the attributes right now, the eyes, the mouth, and the hair. So tattoos are probably clued into that since I'm tackling the face right now, the faces. But yeah, that's a good one. I'll look into those. The tattoos? Okay, yeah. That would definitely fit, I think, with the tattoo on the face because, like I said, curving around the eye. Yeah, something that would be aesthetically pleasing, something. Yeah, I'll have to come up with some type of design. Yeah, but I'll definitely be tackling that this week and this weekend as I crank these out. But cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's great to get some notes here and good feedback from you guys. See what you guys like. And that's it. Yeah, ombre. Yeah. See, I don't know the terms for that, but I know it looks cool. I see that every once in a while. I'm like, oh, I like that look. It's just a nice fade, like a gradient. Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea too. Yeah. Yeah, I can add some on the side. Yeah, it's a good idea actually. Thanks for that. I'm going to actually do that. And also, like for the mascara, I could play around with some of the colors, different colors. I had one where I don't know if I have it set to there. Yeah, see, it's like a blood, almost like blood tears coming down there. So I'll probably incorporate some of that type of look. But yeah, the hairstyles I have definitely like short hairstyles, long hairstyles. We have like a little attributes list, but yeah, anything like that, like you suggested for the head and the side of the heads, that's a really good idea too. That'd be a nice combination, especially where you get with the look with their eyes right here. A little sinister there. Okay, let's see what else. Any other questions or suggestions? Oh yeah. I'm working on some hairstyles like that too. I have some like different ancient Chinese type hairstyles and Japanese, even samurai type hairstyles from certain periods. So yeah, I saved some references on those. I haven't gotten drawn up yet on those, but yeah, that's definitely one that I want to. But we're trying to tackle all different types of, like you said, dragon culture and that's in throughout the world. So definitely Chinese, and I think Japanese. I'm not sure. Do they have? It's mostly Chinese. I know that, but yeah, definitely some great looking designs for shoulders, for shoulder gauntlets. What do they call them? Not gauntlets. Pauldrons, like pauldrons that look like. I have some design that looked like a dragon. I think they're muted. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay. It's like those Zoom meetings, where the kids jump in the background and
Yeah, I had one that's a samurai armor. Let me see if I have that. A samurai style. But now that you mentioned the Chinese too, I'm actually going to start digging into that as well. The cool dragon, because I like the designs they have for like the dragons and the stone sculptures and things like that, different reliefs. Let's see. Yeah, they're more long body. Yeah. And then I noticed some of the dragons have like fur, right? Almost like a fur look texture to them. Yeah, yeah. The Falcor. I think you guys know what that means. If maybe we're talking about the old film, Never Ending Story. Let's see. You know what? I think I don't know if I have them saved on a different file. But yeah, here I'm gonna actually tackle some hair right now. I got a hairstyle, so I'm gonna put new layer, new folder, so I don't get confused. And I put all of these in each their own folder so that I can kind of try to keep some type of order to everything. So let's see, I'll just put 2 for now. And then the nice thing with Clip, you can actually do, you can add colors to the folders. So I try to coordinate by having like, the hair, I'll kind of make a yellow for hair and make the, blue for like eye or different colors, just something that would kind of keep consistent. So I know red is kind of like for the right-handed elements. And I didn't know what for left. I just made it yellow. Orange. Probably mostly because I had like some fire swords kind of like also I'm working on. So let's see. Let's turn this hair off. And we'll start from scratch on some hairstyles. So we were talking about, let's see, I'll zoom out a little bit. And I'll start off sometimes with the black and then I'll switch back to the blue sometimes. But I kind of establish just like the hairline, kind of think of where the hairline is going to be on each style. And I start off, like I said, rough, kind of loose, because I want to first get everything down first. I don't care about being tight at first. You want to get the gesture of the hairstyle. So, if we're talking about the Chinese style, I'm trying to think how they would look. I would definitely have to pull up some references, but I know for Japanese, we can kind of play around with the katana type of look. In my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know why, I just start thinking Chinese hairstyles. I'm thinking Mulan almost, And we can also play around with some bangs too. So I kind of get everything kind of laid out, real rough and loose. Okay. Oh yeah, kind of like almost like what is it, like the Kabukis had the was it the little patch like in the middle? Yeah, I like that look. I think, in fact, didn't they kind of emulated that in this, was it the Star Wars with Padme, where they had that lipstick like in the lips like that. A nice kind of, yeah. So, yeah, just kind of rough everything out, kind of get the idea of how it's going to look. Then I can go back in, kind of clean things up. So there's one hairstyle. I'm gonna kind of do another layer. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. See, we talked about. Would you want me to do? You guys want me to do the shave size we were talking about? Here, I'm gonna check out the chat quick too to make sure everyone's getting covered here. Can't share the link on mobile. Huh. Someone says they can't share it.
Oh, wait, sorry about that.
I'm going back and forth. I forgot I'm on Discord too, but I'm trying to. There we go. So do a top. Yeah, I want to give like volume and dimension to the hair, and yeah, this definitely like my style is like
Heavily anime, manga, and they have, that's one thing, is they always have really elaborate hairstyles because the faces are usually pretty clean and simple, like the structures. So they really go to town with like the eyes and the hair. It's kind of like the focus. And but I do like hairstyles too on characters personally. So let's see. This one is starting to change it to something different, but
oh yeah, different. That's another thing about this. There's so many options when it comes to different types of swords and armor. So I'm definitely fitting in Japanese because I'm really into Japanese like samurai films and all that type of stuff. So like I'm big into, like, I don't know if anyone's heard of Zatoichi, but I've been watching a lot of those over the years, and also of course was it Yojimbo and all those Kira Kurosawa films and the like. So definitely you're going to see some Japanese style samurai type armor in Cool. Yeah. I'm definitely. We wanted to go to Japan because I actually just got married this last year, and we wanted to go to Japan, but we couldn't because we didn't know what the restrictions were and everything. So we did like a improv, like cheaper version. We went to Little Tokyo in LA, and that we said we had a fun time. But we're looking forward to going to Japan because we want to go and see the sites and the different historical sites besides, the pop culture stuff, which is also something I'm looking forward to. And plus, I like to meet some of the friends that I have. One of the friends I have that I made years ago is he's the writer director of Agretsuko on Netflix, and his screen name is Rariko, and I met him on a chat board for artists with a bunch of other artists. And yeah, we became friends, kind of like pen pals, and then I saw I didn't lose contact with him totally, but I saw him. I saw a Netflix series, and I was checking that out, and I said, you know what, this style looks familiar. It almost looks like my friend. And then lo and behold, it was his. I saw his documentary they made on Netflix with him being interviewed, and okay, let's see. Now this is just a really rough. I'll also do this while I'm in the rough phase. I'll do like a kind of like a background, like a white, just to kind of cover up the scalp and the head, just to kind of see how it's starting to turn out, So I kind of gave a little bit of an idea
how the hair is starting to take shape and form.
And I'll start off with white because it's just like a white piece of paper, a clean slate. And I can always add in details and everything with that. That's the cool thing too about this. I can actually, someone talked about having the shaved side. I can actually take this just as a rough, just kind of give myself an idea how it's going to look. I can kind of like gradually kind of give this a fade to the side here.
Is that for the question for anybody in the chat, right? Or is it? Okay. Yeah. I guess like one of them that we were talking about, like I guess it's kind of out in the open, is like right now, is you can kind of see her little teeth there. She's got little fangs. That's something that kind of like interests me too, because it's funny. I'm not really big into horror films, but there's some vampire stories and films I like. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to play around with some types of vampire aesthetics. So, and I know that the hair and everything is going to be kind of randomly put together, but it'll be nice to see how they kind of coalesce together in different, like, which eyes are going to have the mascara and the fangs. But what I like is, even though this is more of a medieval type of aesthetic, it's going to be some hairstyles and things that, like I said, the Chinese or Viking style, but maybe a little bit, even some modern play into it, which I think would kind of give it a unique look. But yeah, I kind of like, I had one hairstyle that was like a mohawk style, but I used the braids going down the middle of the head. And that's what the Viking one started off as. I think I might go back and tackle that one because I was kind of liking how that looked. But no, like right here, we got the side. That's a good question. It's hard to say sometimes exactly nail it down because I like so many different looks. Once I start liking to fall in love with one, I'm like, I start drawing another one. Like, oh wait, maybe I like this one better. But yes, yeah, we can do this type of thing. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah. He makes sure that we're not having too much fun with the information, right? Yeah. 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 And let me see if I have it.
Yeah, the possibilities. I'm looking forward to that. Ooh, that would be interesting. It's a finger on the trigger. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a definitely. She has the same sword in each other hand, so it's yeah. It switches. I made it so they can go back and forth or mix it up, or she could have a fireball like in the example, the first one here. She got the fireball in one hand, or energy, like freeze and whatever we can mix, or she can have both hands have like two different elements, in each fire and an element of wind or earth or whatever. Yeah, we're mixing it. We're gonna have a lot of different things. And of course the armor. And yeah, I don't want to give away too much either, so I better not say too much. Get excited about different possibilities. But yeah, you see, we got the little bit of a like she have his choker necklace here. We can get different types of jewelry besides the armor and the plates and everything. So it's gonna be fun just to hit it. Go ahead. You guys want to answer that, or Jay, or you don't want to get him in trouble again. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we got let's see. Also, I might try some different types of mouths just to kind of play around with. All right, let me do one more hairstyle here. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, so we'll have some type of necklaces and kind of do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, I had something in the works actually along those lines. So yeah, we're gonna, like I said, hopefully you guys will be happy with all the different variations you're gonna see. And but like I said, if anyone has any other suggestions for stuff too, like you just right now, I won't try to say too much because I will not deny nor confirm. I'll just listen and say great idea. Oh yeah, yeah. She could have. That's one thing I was actually. Well, yeah. Like, I don't want to confirm or deny. Yeah, look at Amber. Yeah, there's so many variables here. That would be cool. Yeah, I've only seen one video of the dragons, so I want one, but that would be great though. Who knows what the future holds, right? Oh yeah, yeah. Mike, man, he's got some great stuff. He was showcasing in that video we did the Funky Monkey Frat House video. He was showcasing some of that new character designs he was doing for TCG World, the creature designs and everything. Man, they were strange and beautiful, unique looking characters. So yeah, we got to have some redheads, gingers in the show too, right? We got to have them represented. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out all the different hair styles and colors. Oh, also, I had somebody had the question before. Let's see. I have another one I was thinking of doing. Let's get the hairline in here. Kind of thinking of having some type of like dreads, you know. That's Yeah, this one I've always liked that type drawing that type of hair, and whenever I get an opportunity, I was like, oh great, I get to draw some. And sometimes you try to draw what you want, it's not coming out the way you want, and that gets frustrating. But this is the thing you got to remind yourself, and this takes a while to get to that place, is like what's in your head versus what people see in the paper. They don't know what's in your head. All they know is what they see in front of them. So it might not come out the way you like it as an artist, but people don't see what you had in your head, thankfully, right? They don't know how you might have missed it or how it didn't turn out the way you thought. All they see is, hey, that looks great. Hopefully. That's what you're at least hoping for. Let's see, I'm going to try to add some color in here just so you can kind of see. It always looks freaky with just the bald's head showing through there, but that's the process, right? Here we go. I just do kind of quick selection. And then with the new layer. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you're like, this works actually better than what I thought. And that's always a great moment when it turns out better. Let's see, maybe I can show her ear. I think maybe showing her ear might be better with this one. But these are just like possibilities here that I'm sharing. So I can even do like a long-haired version, or I can do short hair, short dreads. I don't know what the actual technical term would be, but I like the braided hair as well. And you can even do, let's see, change up the color. So we could have like that dark. I could even make it black, and then just add in highlights, Oh, that's cool. Another cool thing. You could do like little, I'll do this really rough. Yeah. Yeah, I could do some highlighted, or I could even do like little little ornaments inside of the hair, So you got some maybe gold bands, Oh, yeah, and you're doing digital. That's the bonus with digital. I mean, there's pros and cons to every medium, but that's one thing I look at digitally. You can make changes, adjustments so fast, so quick. But yeah, so you can add in like that, or I could just, oops. Let's see. Yeah, it's so many things you can do. And these, like I said, I just rough them out. Oops, I want to do that. You can rough them out so quick, and that's what I do. Is I just do a rough version, and then you kind of get overall look to see how it's going to turn out. And if you don't like it, you just kind of tweak it or abandon it altogether. But yeah, like I said, then you can change this hairstyle color. Oh, that's another one. I don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think about? Does this give you an idea of the green? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about that. See, look. That's fun. I didn't even go down the whole attributes list yet, so I wasn't even sure if that was in there, but who knows? Yeah, there's so many options like you can do. Yeah, never know, right? So yeah, we have all these different types of looks. So let's see, I could just eyeball. That's the thing, is you want to eyeball it off, and you can put in different ones. And then also what's going to make a big difference too is the types of eyes you get besides the hairstyle. So let's see, we look at these eyes again, get rid of the mascara. You got the angry eyes. That's a totally different look there too. And there's going to be more than 2 eyes sets too. So we'll have a wide variety, and even makeup. Here, how about this one? Wow, now see that's a totally different one too as well. Yeah, she looks like a vamp right there. So yeah, there's so many different combinations. But as far as weapons go too, I have some ideas for weapons. I don't want to get too much like information. I said I like surprises. I don't know if you guys like surprises, and I know Jay's probably hoping that I don't give away too much. He's got his finger on the mute button, right? Getting ready, hovering. But yeah, there's gonna be some fun stuff. Oh, see, not total control. Just you Discord people will miss out. You have to tune into the YouTube. If it goes quiet there. So yeah, so then we got there's another female warrior who's red hair that I was just thinking of. It's of course she's not a vamp. It's all freedom here at YouTube land. See, I'm just kind of looking at real quick the chat. Sorry for people on the Discord who have to look at my screen. I forgot I'm sharing the screen. So, hello, Mighty Geek Studios, Josh Griffith. You guys still there? Jiminy Cricket, as always. Alpha Proto, Rhaegar. These guys are regulars on my usual live stream, but a lot of them are NFT guys too, crypto guys. So, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, any other questions from the Discord also? Or suggestions? I know probably a lot of people are muted, right? Ooh, the ones showing right now? Yeah. I mean, look. Oh man, that'd be great. I mean, look at how much they've progressed so far, right? They have without even releasing it fully. I mean, I seen something like that. I was watching a YouTube video. Yeah, like a third party, right? Third party. Yeah, that would be great. Man, that would be great to see all the characters come to life, like each unique attribute on screen playable. Man, that'd be great. Not beyond the realm of possibilities, but it's good to dream ahead of time, right? Yeah, let's see. I'm going to start kind of playing around with some of the armor ideas, maybe. If you guys want to see some of that, let's see. Yeah. And someone was telling me, was it Buzz was talking about? I guess the term is pauldron, right, for the shoulder pads. Yeah, pauldron. Yeah, I'm just getting education, man, on all just the past few weeks, learning all these new terms. Oh man, I just started getting into. I went to my first Renaissance festival, like this is a few years ago though. But now they have some out in where I am, and man, I'm tempted to go, but I'm so busy, I can't really make it out there. But I've seen photos from friends who are going, but they're really fun, and it did get me. Obviously, stuff like Lord of the Rings films have got me into fantasy, but it got me into the medieval stuff too. Watching some Viking movies. So see, I got a kind of a basic shape of a pauldron. And then I had one, and it's not on this file, but I had a beast, a creature's face on the shoulder. And definitely a dragon would be one of them that I'd be tackling on here, because you gotta have dragon's armor, right? In one side, I actually had an idea. My brother was saying, you should do some scale armor too, with some dragon scales. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing too. Is I was trying to think of the shoulders. The pauldron should be on the same, but I thought it'd be nice to switch them up like that. Like you're saying, one of them dominant hands, one would be most like a shield arm, right? So besides having a shield, you could have maybe might cut down on mobility, but it would be a nice turn your body to one side to take the brunt of impact. As an artist, like I said, I think too much too sometimes. And as a fan of cinema, movies, comics, video games, you think of all these things, and it's like I said, it's good when you're doing the designs. Probably not good in conversation, but I'm coming up with some ideas just kind of sketching here. So what is it? Very informative. He's like using some type of making some rudimentary lathe. So yeah, I don't know. Some type of spiked armor here too. Something a little bit nasty. Yeah, let's see. Right now, I'm kind of for the stream. I'm kind of doing some random. And I'm not. How do you spell pauldron? Since I never usually spell pauldron in any sentences. Is it like a ONS? All right, great, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so we got that. Not that anyone else is going to see this. I could misspell to my heart's content on these files, but for the live stream, got to keep up appearances. Okay, so let's see. Let's put in another paperback. Here we go.
So you can kind of see a little bit better. Oops. Okay, there we go. So we have a little bit of the armor, and then I keep it blue because then what I do is I can create another layer on top. And then I just go in, and then I can kind of start refining and adding a little bit more of a clean line look too. So these are just still, even though it's cleaner line, it's still rough, but so you got a little bit of an idea how it's starting to turn out. Kinda. And I do this kind of like really fast to kind of give myself an idea of how the overall look's going to be. Then I can start going, like I said, going in, refining it and fine tuning. But I'll show you a little bit of a trick here. See, I'll make a little bit of a rendering on this. Here, let's see. Yeah, any other questions? Feel free. Anybody has anything to chime in while I'm sketching. Oh, yeah, that's what I did too. That's another thing, like this armor. Go ahead. Oh no, I was going to say for this other pauldron on the left, her right arm, I can adjust the color on that. Let's see, where's the blue? No, I just that's what I love about this is, like you said, you can start changing the look of things here really quickly. Let's see. There we go. Kind of give her some black, shiny armor. And there we go. I kind of go with her look for maybe the vamp. She could have like black armor or even like a blood red type of armor. So now you kind of get an idea how there's the possibilities with each of these attributes can take shape. And the combinations, though, you can end up with like a combinations like this, which is more purposeful. But think about how you could have black armor with this and the different hair, the different swords, and different kind of wings as well. There might be, I have to leave it up to Jay, right? You want to answer about the rarity of wings? Can you say that fast?
That's going to be some fun stuff. If you guys can imagine it, hopefully we're going to have it. That's what I'm trying to cover, everything I can think of. So yeah. I hope you guys kind of get an idea of what's possible. Like I said, these are all roughed out, and then they would be more honed to look a little bit more cleaned up like this. And but before I do that, definitely I try to get everything out and kind of give myself an idea how it looks, because having an idea in your head and on paper sometimes, and hopefully it comes out better on digital paper. But yeah. And of course, she's gonna have different suits on as well underneath bodysuits. I just don't want her to be wearing her birthday suit, so I kind of gave her a nice little bodysuit to kind of keep it modest, because there might be some midriff armor or something. So you don't want to have everything rendered. So how many people do we have in the Discord right now? See. Okay, cool. Oh wait, let me check out. Here, I'm gonna go back to another screen here. So Pauldrons, look at chat. Pauldron. I got some people spelling different spellings. Pauldron. Ooh, fang earrings. That sounds nice. Oh, nice. Here, let me take I'm gonna look into the. Oh, I don't want to disturb them. Oh yeah. I don't. I just forgot. It just shows everything here. But yeah, so you guys, hopefully, you said you get the idea, and I'm gonna be jamming on this. Just know when you're at home, doing whatever business or working, I'm working here on these. So I'm just kind of glued to my table here and just working on. But when I'm doing that, I'm listening to some nice fantasy music, kind of get me in the mode. Finding some good tunes. If anyone else, yeah, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. I had to. Oh, that's a good idea too. Great idea. Maybe I could put some Dragon Guild tattoo on her. What bands do you like? That's pretty much like me. I can listen to classic music, like film score soundtracks, and then I listen to rock, some heavy metal, and yeah, I just go whatever mood I'm in. I guess that's kind of what I go for. But I think definitely she looks kind of like rock. Maybe that shoulder pad looks a little more like Gwar. You ever heard of that? Them? I actually ran into them at a convention before. I literally almost ran into the guy who was roller skating or rollerblading around in his armor and G-string. Yeah, she looks a little heavy metal, I would say, right? That look. Heavy metal chick. Yeah. Okay, get that mascara. See you change up the eyes. Look a little friendlier. Let me see. What kind of hair? There we go. Look at that. Now she looks like a little bit of a road warrior. Or a Viking warrior here. Let's see. Viking woman. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. That's okay. Ooh, a tail. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's see. I can do whip something up like that. Let's see. Oh, great. Great, great. Yeah, I started when I was a kid. I remember I was like, I think at the time I started really, I was like in first grade selling some of my drawings for like milk money. So I take requests. I draw. Someone wanted a deep sea diver. They wanted like, a football player. I'd be drawing stuff, and they'd give me some change for milk. And not that I needed it for milk, but I wanted some extra milk, right? Chocolate milk. But no, I mean, drawing as since a kid. I mean, man, that's where you start just really exploring creative ideas. And is she into comic books too, or like animation, or like Japanese anime, or what is she into? Oh, that's great. Yeah, keep just and I would just suggest too, maybe not all of them, but keep a lot of your drawings so that you can see your improvement from like and also sometimes you go back to your old drawings. Sometimes you get reinvigorated with some of the ideas you started off with, and you kind of get motivated again, remembering like kind of the imagination and ideas you had when you're younger. So I still have folders of some of my drawings back when I was like even 10 years old, 8, 9. So I still keep that around. Little folders, not everything, but that's great. Oh yeah. it oh yeah, my mom and dad, they're also they would also encourage us, and my mom would bring home like even scrap paper from her work and for us to draw on, and she'd buy us pens and paper and everything. And now I have a friend who the kids their daughters are digital, so they're all drawing on tablets now. In contrast to paper and pencils, but there's so much available now to kids. No, it's good. I recommend doing traditional, first. Nothing wrong with digital, but you kind of get used to how to handle it. And also it's great for problem solving, because when you're drawing digital, I mean, I like, for instance, I could just be like a couple of pushes of the buttons. I can just undo everything I did. Um, Obviously you can't do that on paper, right? But you're thinking, okay, if I lay down this ink line, how am I going to fix this now? Do I scrap the whole drawing? It's like, well, sometimes you make happy mistakes, and you just learn to use creative imagination to actually fix some things, and you actually learn techniques. And yeah, it's just learning traditional, I think, is a great way to actually improve when you get to the digital part, because then you're thinking beyond just pushing buttons, you're thinking creatively. So that's good. It's good that you encourage her too. And keep drawing. Let's see. I got, yeah, that's great. I always wonder, like, with this next generation of like, are the artists, what inspires them, And
I do comic book conventions, and a lot of kids would come up and, hey, could you draw me Deadpool? And this is before the movies and everything, right? And it's like, oh, you like the comic book? And then they go, there's a comic? Like they didn't even know. They just know the video games,
So like, they learn all these different things from areas they didn't even think. Because you think in Star Wars, maybe they know Star Wars with the movies. Like,
No, I played the video game. I'm like, oh, okay. And that's the thing with the tail. I keep drawing, re-drawing, and drawing because I'm trying to think of, trying to get placement down so it doesn't look too crowded or too unnatural. And then also what I do is I zoom out, kind of get look how far I can zoom out. Look at that. But yeah, I kind of get a better idea when I look far away. I can kind of see what's off or what I like, what don't like. Okay. What kind of tail does she think I should do? What kind of tail? Like a dragon tail or a cat tail or? Dragon tail, of course. Friendship. Yeah, I don't think you want to make an enemy of a dragon, right? Okay, you see kind of taking a little bit of shape here. And then I do is kind of lighten up that layer a little bit. And I kind of get it a little bit closer. There we go. Kind of give him some scales. Or see, that's another part of the anatomy of a dragon. I don't know. I just call them scales, but I don't know what the ridges are on her. If there's an actual term for dragons. Dragon anatomy. Yeah. There's so many different types of dragons, but I think one of my favorite dragons of late was from the Hobbit, the Smog dragon. It's kind of cool seeing it. Yeah. And then he's voiced by Doctor Strange, right? Doctor Strange himself.
Is it Cumberbatch? Yeah, actually, I want to see it so bad. I gotta wait till I'm done though. That'll be my reward after I finish all of these. until then, I'll avoid spoilers because I have a lot of people on Facebook who likes to for some reason, they like to give you spoilers, yeah? Yeah. So far, I've been getting good feedback from people who did see it. So I think I haven't heard anybody say they didn't like it. I heard people who were kind of like not very optimistic about it come out saying that they liked and enjoyed it. So it's a good sign, I think. Let's see, how big's your tail should this be? I'm trying to think of. Let's look at this. This is another aspect of digital I love. I can take this and lower this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm going to add some scales. Yeah, yep. I got different layers. Some are above and below. Right now, I got them above. So if I had a tail like this, I would definitely put it behind her. So let's see. If I took this tail, I would actually lower it all the way down. Let's see. Probably right underneath her body. And there's probably got to be a quicker way of doing this than I'm doing it, but it's working. Okay, there you go. See, now look at now you can tell the lines are behind her, so it's not overlapping her leg. And yeah, and then watch the line layer right here. This is the rough pencils. I just get rid of that. And so you can see a little bit more of the clean art, clean lines. And the thing is, you got to make sure you're always on the right layer because it's easy to get like your layers confused if you don't keep track. So you'll draw an element on a layer that you weren't supposed to, and then you're looking because you want to erase it, but you can't erase it because you don't know where it is. So you got to go through like dozens of layers. That's why I try to keep it uniform and keep everything organized because you can spend a lot of time just looking for what you drew and trying to get rid of it or alter it. So every once in a while, you got to keep looking over to the right, checking your layers, make sure you're in the right layer. And even so, once in a while, you'll still make a mistake where you didn't keep tabs, and it's like, oh wait, what's going on here? How come this one erased? Or how come this is here? And it's fun when it's not aggravating sometimes, but definitely digital it's very helpful. Here, see, I got I'm going to do that white paint bucket again. So actually, you know what? I don't need the last one. So some of the line art on this is kind of open, so the white will kind of like start popping through outside of it. Yeah, like that. See, if the line's not connected. So let's see, maybe will that work? There we go. So fairly quickly, you kind of do the solid fill. And of course, I would clean up, go back, and when I do the final version, I clean up all the little areas that kind of spill outside. And that the reason why I have this gray kind of background, because I used to have white, but it's easier to tell if something's going outside of a line with when you have that gray background, you can see the color. So I have a little part sticking out like that. It's easier to kind of go in and kind of clean up. And sometimes I'll even add in, I'll make the background even darker sometimes because darker colors won't show up or neutral tones won't show up. So I'll just kind of go in and make the background all black, kind of see everything a little bit better. So there we go. So she got a tail here. Let's see. Where's that tail? It's on the bottom. Okay, so then I can go in and alter the colors. Hopefully she likes the tail so far. Okay, great. Okay, let's see now. I'll select the whole thing. Oops. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I get the color in. I can kind of start playing around with the colors now. So I can go to the color adjustment and kind of like play around with the different shades of the hue, or just totally different. And we go get the red. You got the red dragon tail going. She's kind of throwing everybody off because she's a dragon handler, but she has dragon ancestry. Let's see. Move up the scale here. There we go. And we can zoom in. If you zoom in, you can see how rough it really is. You know, it looks a little more tight, you know, pull back, but that's the reason you pull back, because you kind of want to get an idea of how it's going to look before it's even finished or near finished. Because then you want to spend all that time, right, doing all the detail, all that work, and then to only find out that you're like, I don't like the way the overall shape or placement. I don't like how it looks. So it's like, it's good to like zoom out. And when you're doing traditional, this is another tip for young artists. Of course, this is a little more advanced, but I use like my uncle showed me the mirror technique, we call it. And what you do is you just hold your drawing up to a mirror. If you're having trouble where you can't figure out why it's off, something's off about the drawing. You kind of hold up to a mirror and look at it, and you kind of see it. What it does, it reverses the image, which makes it look like a different drawing. Because sometimes it's easier to pick apart other people's drawings. You kind of see what's wrong with their drawings, right? Where they're off on something, because it's a different perspective. The same thing when you do the mirror technique. So I actually do this technique when I'm drawing these. So I'll like flip it like this. That's another bonus with this. You can do a mirror technique digitally by just flipping it over. So like if I'm doing eyes and I'm like, you know what, I want to make sure these eyes look symmetrical, look right. So I'll flip it over. And sometimes it's actually easier drawing, like say the right eye than it is drawing the left eye. So you could flip the drawing and just draw the left eye right side again. So you're always, you know, kind of playing to your strengths. And of course it's good to, you know, traditionally it forces you to like get better. This one, it's a little bit of a, you know, it's a little bit of a, I don't know, cheat or a cop out, but at the same time, when you're working digitally and you're on a deadline, you really want to utilize all of the time saving elements you can. So, but that's why traditional is great to start off with. You don't have any of the shortcuts to make it easy on you, too easy. But as professional, it's definitely something I recommend. Okay, so let's see. We got the red tail. Maybe we'll put a red hair mash with it. Let's see. Where's the red hair? Where are you? I think it's at the top. No. See, that's where the layer order comes into play. Oh, I see. I did it on this layer. Okay. There we go. I could even change your hair color. Okay. I'll just kind of match the hair to the tail, kind of match her up a little bit. That looks a little more uniform. There we go. Got the dragon's tail roughed out. Can you imagine that too? Get the drop-in wings with the tail. That'd become a nice combination. And then maybe some type of weapons that kind of go with that type of theme. So how does that look from the artist? She likes it? Artist approval? Great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. So any more questions or suggestions? It's Stacy. Yeah, thanks, Stacy. Yeah, I think the fangs almost kind of fit that dragon tail, right? She got the dragon fangs besides vampire. But yeah, it's like all of these you're looking at right here. It's all rough. You can kind of see close in. It's all rough. But like I said, this is like important when you're doing it because you want to make sure the overall look before you start finalizing everything. And it's a lot easier to finalize and just kind of tighten up. But you want to make sure it looks right before you do all that, spend all that time. So here now we got a dragon trainer, but she looks more like a dragon, part dragon warrior here. So yeah. So I think that's about it. You guys want to wrap it up today, or if there's any more questions or anything, like I said, I'm ready to tackle it what I can. Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks to all you YouTube guys out there too. Sorry if we got the Discord up. Hopefully you guys can pop into the Discord too. If anyone on YouTube, if you're not in the Discord, jump in and join up. There's a lot of great people in there chatting it up. Oh wow. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out and being part of the community. Oh yeah. Next time I'll have some. I was gonna play some music, but I don't know if I didn't want anything to get struck from the video. You know, copyright and all that stuff. But next time maybe I'll have some. Yeah, maybe now I'll have some copyright stuff. I don't know, copyright free music. But for now, thanks everybody for tuning in and for all the great questions and suggestions. It's been fun hanging out with you guys, and look out for some more. We'll have some more stuff coming your way. Yeah, thanks, guys. I will see you guys in the chat. Let's go. Dragon Guild. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, guys. Ooh, the Rumble. I think I have a Rumble account too. I'll have to check it out. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Here, so is it, do we stop the stream or is it? Okay. Here, I'm going to go to my, hey, Andy. Well, I'll see you guys here. Let me put this back up. Okay, there we go. Go back. What was that? Oh, yeah. Ooh. All right. Thanks, everybody on the YouTube. I'm going to end the broadcast on YouTube, but thanks for tuning in. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I will see you guys later.